Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s or 80s seem to have more energy than those in their 40s? They wake up early, walk with purpose, laugh often, and somehow they glow. The truth is, age itself doesn't define how strong, sharp, or full of life you are. What defines it is how you use each day that you're given. Aging doesn't automatically mean decline, it means evolution. It means you've gathered wisdom, resilience, and perspective. And when you pair that with simple, consistent action, your body responds in ways that might surprise you. See, the human body isn't fragile by nature. It's adaptable. It listens to what you do most often. If you sit all day, it learns to be still. If you move, it learns to stay active. The muscles, the heart, even the brain, they're all dynamic systems waiting for a signal from you. And that signal doesn't care how old you are. It only cares that you give it something to respond to. Think about this. When you stop challenging your body, your muscles don't just shrink, your confidence shrinks too. You start to move less, think less, and expect less of yourself. But when you challenge your body, even gently, stretching, walking, lifting a grocery bag, climbing stairs, your system wakes up. Your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, those feel-good chemicals that say, yes, you're alive. Keep going. It's as if every part of you starts cheering for your effort. People often say, I'm too old to start now. But what if that's exactly the reason you should start now? Because now you understand the value of your time. You know what matters. You've lived through the noise and come out with clarity, and that clarity can fuel your discipline. You don't need to chase youth. You need to nurture vitality. They're not the same thing. Youth is temporary, vitality is earned. And here's something powerful. Science shows that even at 70, 80, or 90, your body can build new muscle, form new brain cells, and improve balance and coordination. The research from Harvard and Stanford proves that it's not about how many birthdays you've had, it's about how much motion, nutrition, and mental stimulation you give yourself. The process of growth never really stops unless you stop giving your body reasons to grow. So when I say that age doesn't define your strength or energy, I mean it literally. Your cells don't check your ID before repairing. Your muscles don't know your birth year. Your heart doesn't care what decade you're in. It only cares whether you're giving it oxygen, movement, purpose. You are, in every sense, capable of renewal. Every step you take, every meal you choose mindfully, every moment you spend laughing or learning, it all adds up. Those are the quiet victories that reverse the narrative of aging. Those are the signals that say, I'm not done yet. And maybe that's the real secret. Staying fit, sharp, and full of energy after 65 isn't about resisting age. It's about partnering with it. It's realizing that you've earned the wisdom to make better choices and that those choices still have incredible power to shape how you feel today, tomorrow, and 10 years from now. So when someone tells you it's all downhill after 65, smile. Because you know something they don't, the hill only feels steep when you stop climbing. Let's talk about movement, simple, natural, life-giving movement. You don't need fancy machines, heavy weights, or a gym full of mirrors to stay fit. Your body itself is the most powerful piece of equipment you'll ever own. And the moment you start using it intentionally, it rewards you in ways you can feel almost instantly. Here's the truth. Movement is not just exercise, it's communication. Every time you move, stretch, walk, reach, twist, you're sending a message to your cells that says, keep me alive, keep me active, keep me strong. The body is always listening, and the language it understands best is motion. Most people over 65 think slowing down is natural. But what if it's actually optional? What if the stiffness, the fatigue, and the low energy aren't signs of aging, but signs of inactivity? Studies show that just 20 minutes of brisk walking each day can boost your metabolism, improve blood circulation, and even stimulate new brain connections. That's right, your brain literally grows when you move your body. You see, walking is one of the most underrated forms of medicine. It strengthens your heart, balances your hormones, and clears your mind. Every step you take improves oxygen flow to your brain and muscles. And the beauty of it, you can do it anywhere. No treadmill, no membership, just you, a pair of shoes, and the decision to start. Movement doesn't need to look like a workout. Gardening, dancing, sweeping, stretching, even playing with your grandkids. These are all powerful forms of exercise. The goal isn't to exhaust your body, it's to remind your body that it's alive. Because when you move, you're not just burning calories, you're building confidence, clarity, and energy. There's a beautiful concept in longevity research called natural movement. It's how people in long, living cultures stay active without realizing it. They don't schedule workouts, they live in motion. They take stairs instead of elevators, cook from scratch, work in their gardens, and walk everywhere. These simple, Consistent movements keep their bodies young long after the world tells them they should be slowing down. So if you've been sitting more than you'd like, don't feel discouraged. Start where you are. Stand up and stretch your arms overhead. Take a 5-minute walk around the house. Tomorrow, make it 10. Before long, your body begins to crave it. The more you move, the more you'll want to move, and that's when your energy begins to rise again. Remember, movement isn't punishment, it's power. Every step, every stretch, every small effort tells your body, I'm still here and I'm not done yet. And that message alone can change your entire day and eventually your entire life. Let's talk about walking, something so simple, so ordinary, that most people overlook it. But here's the truth, walking might just be the most powerful, brain-boosting, life-extending activity you can do, especially after 65. No machines, no trainers, just your body in motion and your mind awake. Think about it, walking isn't just movement, it's rhythm. It's a gentle dance between your heart, lungs, and muscles. When you walk, you activate more than 200 muscles in your body, you improve blood flow to your brain, and you release endorphins, the natural chemicals that fight stress and lift your mood. That's why a simple walk can calm your mind faster than scrolling through your phone or sitting in silence trying to relax. Science keeps proving what wisdom has always known, eh? Walking changes how your brain works. It increases creativity, memory, and focus. In fact, studies from Stanford University found that walking boosts creative thinking by up to 60%. And research on older adults shows that those who walk daily have better brain volume, sharper memory, and lower risk of Alzheimer's and depression. You see, your brain thrives on movement. When you walk, rich blood floods your neurons. Those tiny connections between brain cells, synapses light up like a spark. And the more you walk, the stronger those connections become. It's like charging your mind's battery one step at a time. But it's not just your brain that benefits. Walking also keeps your metabolism alive. It helps regulate blood sugar, strengthens your heart, and even improves digestion. A 15-minute walk after meals can lower blood sugar spikes dramatically, and that's especially powerful for anyone managing diabetes or energy crashes. And here's something beautiful, walking can also heal your emotions. When life feels heavy, movement lightens it. There's something deeply grounding about feeling your feet on the earth, breathing fresh air, and letting your thoughts find their rhythm. Many people say their best ideas or breakthroughs come not when they're sitting still, but when they're walking. That's because walking lets your body lead while your mind follows. Calmer, clearer, more centered. You don't need to walk fast or far. You just need to walk often. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 in the evening, it adds up. Some of the healthiest people in the world, from Okinawa to Sardinia, don't run marathons. They just walk daily, naturally, purposefully. It's built into their way of life, and their vitality shows it. So if you ever think you're too tired, too stiff, or too old to start, remember this: walking is not just movement, it's renewal. It's the body's way of saying, I still can. Every step is an act of faith, a small declaration of strength. Because the goal isn't distance, it's consistency. The more you walk, the longer you'll want to keep walking. And that's how you stay fit, sharp, and full of energy, one simple, steady step at a time. Let's talk about food, not in the way diet books do, counting calories or forbidding pleasure, but as fuel, as medicine, as the very foundation of how alive you feel each day. Because after 65, what you eat isn't just about maintaining your weight, it's about feeding your brain, protecting your heart, and fueling your energy from the inside out. Every bite you take sends a message to your body. It either says heal or harm. And the beautiful part is, you get to choose that message every single day. Your body is made of what you feed it. Your muscles, your memory, even your mood, they all depend on the quality of your nutrition. Think about this: the brain, that 3-pound miracle sitting inside your skull, consumes nearly 20% of your body's energy. It runs on what you eat. When you nourish it with the right foods, fresh vegetables, omega-3 fats, whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of water, it performs like a well-tuned engine. But feed it with too much sugar, processed food, and saturated fats, and it slows, fogs, and tires faster than you realize. Let's make this practical. Swap sugary snacks for nuts and berries, tiny powerhouses filled with antioxidants and brain-boosting fats. Add olive oil or avocado to your meals for heart health and joint protection. Choose fish like salmon, sardines, or trout twice a week for omega-3s that keep your brain sharp and your mood balanced. And don't forget your green spinach, kale, broccoli, These are nature's vitamins in their purest form. And hydration, most people underestimate it. Dehydration is one of the top causes of fatigue, headaches, and confusion in older adults. Your brain is nearly 75% water, so every glass of water you drink is like oiling the gears of your mind. It improves focus, digestion, and even sleep quality. Nutrition isn't just science, it's emotion too. Food connects us to our memories, our families, our traditions. The smell of soup, the taste of fruit from your childhood, the act of cooking for someone you love, these moments nourish more than just your body, they feed your soul. And emotional nourishment is just as vital to health as physical nourishment. You don't need to chase complicated diets or expensive supplements. The wisdom is simple and timeless. Eat real food, mostly plants, not too much. That phrase comes from Michael Pollan's In Defense of Food, and it's still one of the best pieces of advice ever written. The simpler your food, the cleaner your fuel. Here's something fascinating. What you eat even influences how your genes behave. The field of epigenetics shows that nutrients can switch certain genes on or off, meaning your daily choices literally rewrite your body story. You're not trapped by genetics, you're shaped by your habits. So the next time you sit down to eat, pause and think, is this meal building me or breaking me? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be mindful. Small changes. A glass of water before coffee, fruit instead of chips, grilled fish instead of fried can create powerful shifts over time. Because food is more than sustenance, it's self-care, it's healing, it's energy in edible form. Feed your body well, and it will thank you with clearer thinking, stronger muscles, steadier moods, and the kind of vibrant energy that no supplement can replace. Let's talk about sleep, the most overlooked, underappreciated, and yet most powerful medicine available to every human being. We live in a world that celebrates doing more, staying up late, and pushing through exhaustion as a sign of strength. But here's the truth: real strength begins with rest. And after 65, sleep isn't a luxury, it's your body's most essential form of repair. When you sleep, your body goes into restoration mode, your cells rebuild, your muscles recover, your immune system resets, and your brain, your most vital organ, literally cleans itself. Scientists at the University of Rochester discovered that while you sleep, a system called the glymphatic system flushes out toxins and waste proteins that build up in your brain during the day. It's like a nightly cleansing cycle, and it's crucial for maintaining memory, focus. Skip that process too often and your brain starts to cloud. But sleep doesn't just affect your mind, it influences everything. Lack of quality sleep raises your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even weight gain. Your hormones get thrown off balance. Cortisol, the stress hormone, stays high, while the hormones that regulate hunger and fullness, ghrelin and leptin, go haywire. That's why after a poor night's sleep, you crave junk food and feel drained, no matter how much coffee you drink. So how do we reclaim good sleep? It starts with rhythm. Your body loves consistency. Try going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a small bedtime ritual. Dim the lights, turn off screens an hour before sleep, and let your body wind down naturally. Think of it like landing an airplane. You don't drop from sky to ground instantly, you descend gradually. Your mind needs that same gentle descent. Temperature and light matter too. A cool, dark room signals your body to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. And here's a simple trick: get sunlight in the morning. Just 10 minutes of natural light early in the day tells your brain when to be awake and when to rest later. Your circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock, depends on that signal. Perhaps the most overlooked factor in sleep is peace of mind. Worry keeps more people awake than caffeine ever will. That's why relaxation practices, deep breathing, gratitude journaling, gentle stretches before bed can transform your nights. When you calm your thoughts, your body follows. Sleep isn't something you force, it's something you allow. Here's something beautiful to remember: quality sleep isn't about how long you stay in bed, it's about how deeply you rest. Even 7 hours of truly restful sleep can heal your body more than 9 hours of restless tossing. When you wake up refreshed, everything changes. Your energy, your patience, your clarity, even your motivation to move and eat well. Sleep is your body's silent healer, your brain's reset button, and your most natural source of vitality. Treat it like medicine, protect it like treasure, and never feel guilty for needing it. Because when you sleep well, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. Let's talk about mindset, the invisible engine behind every healthy, vibrant life. You can eat right, move daily, and sleep well, but if your mind is filled with fear, doubt, or limitation, your body will always follow that signal. The truth is, the way you think about aging shapes how you experience aging. Your thoughts create a physical response in your body, influencing hormones, energy, even your immune system. We've all heard people say, I'm getting old, and you can almost see their posture collapse, their tone drop, their spark fade. But then you meet someone the same age who says, I'm just getting started, and they're alive with energy. What's not genetics? It's mindset. One person believes decline is inevitable, the other believes growth never stops. And science now confirms what wisdom has always known: your beliefs about aging can add or subtract years from your life. Harvard researchers once studied older adults who were told they could regain some of their younger vitality simply by acting as if they were 20 years younger. By walking, dressing, socializing like they used to. After just a week, their strength, vision, posture, and even memory improved. Why? Because the mind gave the body permission to change. That's the power of mindset. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you consistently believe. If you feed it limitation, it delivers fatigue. If you feed it possibility, it delivers strength. That's not magic, it's biology. Your thoughts trigger chemical reactions. Hope releases dopamine. Gratitude lowers cortisol. Purpose elevates serotonin. Every thought you nurture writes a script your body follows. So how do you build a mindset that fuels health instead of draining it? It starts with self-talk. Catch the little phrases you use every day. I can't do that anymore. I'm too old for this. My time has passed. Replace them with, I can start small. I'm learning again. My best years are still unfolding. These aren't empty affirmations, they're mental training. You're rewiring your brain to see opportunity instead of decline. Another part of mindset is curiosity. Stay curious. Learn something new every day, even something small. Read, listen, try a new recipe. Ask questions. Curiosity keeps the brain young. Neuroscientists call it neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to grow new connections at any age. And it thrives when you keep learning, exploring, and staying open. But most importantly, practice gratitude. Gratitude isn't just emotional, it's physiological. It lowers blood pressure, strengthens the immune system, and improves sleep. Every morning, find 3 things you're grateful for. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's still possible. That shift alone can change how you carry yourself through the day. Your mindset is not fixed, it's a muscle. The more you train it to look for strength, growth, and hope, the stronger it becomes. Aging doesn't mean losing who you are. It means evolving into who you were meant to be, wiser and more grounded. So if there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this: your thoughts are not just ideas, they are instructions. Speak life into yourself. Think with purpose. Believe that every day still holds something worth living for. Because when your mind believes in vitality, your body follows. And that belief might just be the most powerful medicine of all. Let's talk about connection. The quiet, often forgotten secret to long life, emotional strength, and lasting energy. We tend to focus so much on diet and exercise that we forget one of the greatest predictors of health isn't found in a pill or a meal plan. It's found in the people we share our lives with. Human connection is not optional, it's biological. We are wired to belong. And after 65, connection can be the difference between simply living and truly thriving. Think about it. When you laugh with someone, when you share a story, when someone genuinely listens to you, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It lowers stress, strengthens your heart, and even boosts your immune system. That's right, love and friendship are forms of medicine. They lower inflammation, balance hormones, and help your body heal faster. The opposite, loneliness, has been shown to be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. In the world's longest living communities, places like Okinawa in Japan and Sardinia in Italy, connection is the heartbeat of life. People there don't retire into isolation. They stay part of their communities. They eat together, move together, and celebrate life together. They have what researchers call a moai, a small circle of trusted friends who support each other emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And because of that, they don't just live longer, they live better. Connection gives us something no medicine can, meaning. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger. It gives our days rhythm and our hearts purpose. A simple phone call to a friend, a shared meal, a kind conversation with a neighbor. These small moments strengthen your spirit more than you might realize. And when your spirit is strong, your health follows. But connection isn't only about others, it's also about reconnecting with yourself. Many people, after years of giving to family or work, forget what brings them joy. Reconnection starts with small acts of presence. Sit quietly with a cup of tea. Take a walk without your phone. Listen to your thoughts. Learn to enjoy your own company again. Self-connection builds emotional resilience, which makes you stronger for every relationship around you. Sometimes loneliness sneaks in quietly. Maybe a spouse has passed away, or friends have moved, or life has simply shifted. If that's you, reach out anyway. Join a class, volunteer, visit a community center, talk to someone new at the park. It may feel awkward at first. Remember, everyone needs connection, and every conversation, no matter how small, has the power to spark joy again. And don't underestimate the healing power of touch. A handshake, a hug, a pat on the back, they're small gestures, but they release real chemical reactions in your body that reduce pain and calm anxiety. Physical connection tells your nervous system you are safe. So yes, eat well, move daily, and rest deeply. But don't forget to connect, because the heart doesn't just beat to keep you alive, it beats to keep you connected. We age faster when we isolate, but we come alive again when we engage. The greatest medicine for the soul is still laughter shared, stories told, and love given freely. At the end of the day, your relationships are your richest form of health insurance. When you invest in people, when you give and receive care, you don't just extend your years, you expand the joy within them. Let's talk about sunlight and breathing, two of the most powerful natural sources of energy we have, yet the ones we often overlook the most. You see, many people chase supplements, caffeine, complicated routines, not realizing that the simplest, most accessible things, light and air, can completely transform how you feel, think, and age. Start with sunlight. The sun isn't just warmth or brightness, it's a biological signal. When morning light touches your eyes and skin, it tells your brain, wake up, reset, renew. It activates your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs your energy, your hormones, even your mood. Just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight early in the day boosts serotonin, the feel-good hormone that lifts your mood and sharpens focus. It also helps your body produce vitamin D, which strengthens bones, supports your immune system, and protects against depression. But here's something even more remarkable. Exposure to morning sunlight helps you sleep better at night. It anchors your body's rhythm so that when evening comes, melatonin, the hormone that helps you rest, flows naturally. It's nature's perfect cycle, and when we align with it, our energy stabilizes. Yet, so many people spend their days indoors, behind screens, under artificial light, disconnected from this natural rhythm. Step outside, let the sunlight hit your skin. You'll feel the difference. Not just in your body, but in your spirit. And then there's breathing. Something so simple, so constant, that we barely notice it until we learn to do it right. Most people breathe shallowly, especially when stressed. Shallow breaths keep the body in a low state of tension. Deep, slow breathing, on the other hand, sends a message to your nervous system you are safe. It lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and clears your mind. Try this. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Do that 5 times and notice what happens. Your shoulders drop, your heart slows, your thinking clears. You've just given your brain a reset using nothing but air. Breath is energy. It delivers oxygen, the fuel every cell in your body needs to function. When you breathe deeply, you literally feed your organs. That's why yogists and mindfulness practitioners have emphasized breathing for thousands of years. It's not just spiritual, it's physiological. Your breath controls your chemistry. Combine sunlight and deep breathing, and you have a daily ritual more powerful than coffee. Step outside in the morning, take 10 slow, full breaths, and feel what happens. You'll awaken your body naturally, align your mind with the day, and set your energy on a steady, calm rhythm. And if you can, take a short walk outdoors while doing it. The sunlight on your skin, the air filling your lungs, the rhythm of your steps, it's one of the purest forms of healing you can give yourself. You don't need equipment, memberships, or money. You just need awareness. The truth is, your body knows what it needs to thrive. Sometimes it's not more effort, it's more presence. Step into the sunlight. Fill your lungs. Feel the air, the warmth, the life moving through you. These are the quiet, powerful habits that remind your body it's still vibrant, still strong, and still deeply connected to the world around you. Let's talk about purpose. The heartbeat behind every healthy and energized life. Because no matter how well you eat, how much you move, or how long you sleep, if you wake up without something to look forward to, your body feels it. Purpose is not just emotional, it's physiological, it's fuel. It's what gives your days color, your heart direction, and your mind reason to stay sharp. When you have purpose, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and endorphins, the very same ones that lift your mood and motivate you to take action. That's why people who feel needed, useful, and engaged tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. The Japanese call it ikigai, your reason for getting up in the morning. And studies on the world's longest living people show that ikigai is not just poetry, it's biology. Those with a clear sense of purpose have stronger immune systems, lower stress, and sharper memory well into their 80s and 90s. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It doesn't have to mean starting a business or writing a book. Purpose is simply having something or someone you care deeply about. It might be mentoring your grandchild, volunteering, learning a new skill, growing a garden, or even sharing kindness with a stranger. It's about contribution, not competition. When you give your time, attention, or wisdom to something meaningful, life gives energy back to you in return. Too many people think retirement means stepping back, fading out, slowing down. But the truth is, retirement isn't an end, it's an opening. It's your second chance to live with intention instead of obligation. You've spent decades working, giving, building. Now is the time to invest in meaning, to use your experience to create joy for yourself and others. Think of purpose like oxygen for the soul. When you lose it, life feels heavy. But when you find it, even in small moments, you come alive again. Maybe it's painting, teaching, helping, writing, or just being there for someone who needs you. The activity doesn't matter as much as the feeling of mattering. And here's something powerful your purpose can evolve. It doesn't have to look the same at 70 as it did at 30. Maybe your purpose now is to pass on wisdom, to care for your health so you can enjoy more time with loved ones, or to rediscover joy in simple things, a walk, a laugh, a sunset. Purpose is fluid, but it must always be alive. The greatest tragedy isn't aging, it's living without a reason to rise in the morning. When you wake up excited, even about something small, your body follows. Your posture lifts, your heart beats stronger, your energy rises naturally. Purpose gives you direction, and direction gives you vitality. So ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? Start there. Let that be your compass, because when you live with purpose, you don't just extend your years, you deepen them. You make every moment count. And that, more than anything else, is what keeps you fit, sharp, full of energy, no gym required.